Welcome back to Hawk Talk. Joining me today, head coach Mark Graupe of the women's basketball team. Coach, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me back.
And also joining us today is Megan Klein. Megan, thanks for showing up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Coach, we're 2-7 overall, 1-6 against NAIA opponents, but I think more importantly in the last 3 games, we're 2-1. The last game was against Oglala Community College. Kind of tell me what went on in that game and some positive things you guys took from that one.
Well, we were able to start different starters in that game. You know, I wanted to try to give every gal a chance to start this season, you know, and we shut the lights off and all that type, so they can experience that. But, you know, it's just one of those nights I think everyone scored, got in the scoring column. Everyone got to play 17 or more minutes, so we just tried to throw, you know, a lot of players out there, get experience. And, you know, the second half of the season so far, we've been playing well. You know, the first 5 or so games, you know, it was a struggle, but none of these gals have ever played before. You know, they hadn't played college basketball before. So once we got a few games under our belt, we've been playing much better. We've been competitive even in our losses, and like you said, we won 2 of the last 3. And the one we did lose was against a Division I NCAA tournament team in UND.
Right, that was my next question. Talk to me about the UND game. I mean, obviously Division I opponent, you know, tough battle.
And they have a chance maybe to go back to the NCAA tournament again this year. They returned 12 of their top 16 from a tournament team last year. But,
wow, you
know, we had a nice start to that game. We had the lead after 7 minutes. We had the lead, you know, I thought, oh, I was a little surprised as well. But with 1:54 to go in the half, we were down 15, which is okay. It's and I said, gee, you know, if we can just end the half, you know, with this, or maybe we even outscore them by 2 and down 13. I thought, what a great first half that would be. And then they went on a 7-0 run to end this, you know, half. But, you know, the first half I thought went okay, and then UND turned it up a notch, and they were pretty tough the second half. And, you know, it's a good experience, you know, for our gals to see what it's like to play a Division I opponent and all the things that go on in a Division I game.
Sure, absolutely. Megan, you're from Killdeer?
Yes.
Right in our backyard, just north of us. Redshirt sophomore?
Yeah.
Okay. You're averaging 4 points a game, but I think more importantly, 6.2 rebounds per game. Is that kind of your bread and butter down in the paint?
Yeah, I guess I had 1,000 points and rebounds in high school, but rebounding was huge. I was averaging like 10, 11 rebounds every year through high school, so rebounding's always been a big thing. I definitely think I can rack up more than what I have been, but I'm working on it.
Sure, sure. Why Dickinson State? How'd you end up here?
Well, I actually was recruited out of high school to go to the University of Mary, and redshirted there my freshman year, and then just didn't like it, didn't really feel didn't fit kind of thing. And Christmas break, so a year ago, I decided to come here, and my mom has worked here before, and my grandpa came to school here, so it's like a family university kind of. So I knew a lot of the coaches and heard a lot about Graupe. He's all right so far, so I enjoy it. I like it. It's a great fit. Love my team, so.
Good. Well, you couldn't have a better coach, I tell you that. Coach, we got the Hawaii trip just on the horizon. Can you tell me a little bit about the opponents we'll be playing down there in those 2 games?
You know, I just looked on the poll yesterday that came out. Our first opponent is ranked number 4 in the nation. So, you know, we talk about our first 11 games, and they're all at a higher division level than us. Now we're going to finally start playing some teams that are even with us, but look how good the teams, you know, that are on an even playing field with us. Number 4 in the nation, a team out of Illinois on next Friday. Okay. Our first opponent. Then the second game in Hawaii is against the number 14 team in the nation. So wow. 2 ranked teams, but at least, you know, they're an NAIA team. They're on the same level as us, and so that's going to be nice to start playing some more equitable type opponents, you know, because everyone's been at a higher level so far. So we're looking forward to it. You know, this is going to be more than just about basketball, though. You know, I've been sending several emails to each of our ladies about Pearl Harbor, because that was just this past Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of pictures of veterans, you know, and how emotional time that is for them and the importance of that. So, you know, they'll be educational, they'll be fun. Our entire team is going to go snorkeling, and
cool.
you know, whether they want to or not, I'm taking them all. And so there's going to be a lot of things, a lot of team chemistry built, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to make it educational. We're going to play some basketball, but it is going to be a fantastic trip. I think when we get back, our ladies will say that was a once-in-a-lifetime ordeal, and it's going to be something they'll cherish for the rest of their life.
Awesome. Megan, how's the team looking forward to the trip? I know, you know, Coach sees one side, but, you know, how's the team looking at it?
We have a countdown, actually. Every day in practice, we tell them how many days to go, and I live with...
How many?
Oh gosh, like 4, 5.
7.
7. Yeah, well, see, I don't pay attention. But I live with Portia Wadsworth, and we have already started packing for the trip. Like, we're already planning what we're wearing and stuff, so you could say we're pretty excited, I guess. But I don't think anyone other than Haley has been to Hawaii, so it'll be a first time for a lot of us. So
that's great. How's the team chemistry this year so far up to this point in the season?
We get along really well. I get along with everyone. We usually like hang out after games, or like if we have a Saturday game, we'll all hang out Friday night kind of thing. Everyone gets along pretty much for the most part from so far, hopefully. So
sure. Well, Coach, I applaud you on your scheduling this year. Like you said, we've played top-tier opponents up to this point. We're going to go to Hawaii and play 2 top-notch teams as well. Just getting us prepped to head into conference play, and I think that's going to be huge for you guys. I know from personal experience and watching other teams, you seem to always play up to the level of your opponents. And in doing the schedule like you did, you know, you're always increasing, you know, your gamesmanship and you know, your talent and all this stuff to kind of gear you up for conference play. You excited for conference play?
Well, we are. You know, I took a note that 16 of our 21 were what I consider extremely difficult, nasty, so to speak. You know, where they're going to be probably, you know, and that's tough when you have the majority of your team that's playing are freshmen and sophomores. That's really tough, and you know, baptism by fire, so to speak. And but again, I hate to say this, I'm not even looking forward to January because this Hawaii thing just keeps creeping back. Like I said, we're really excited, and you know, but we don't want to overlook this Saturday. We have Brandon University. Now, Brandon will be what I call the first matchup that's an even keel game where both teams are, you know, because last year we went 3-3 against Canadian competition. So I think it's going to be our first true matchup where it's 2 evenly matched teams, and so that'll be a good measuring stick to see how we do this Saturday.
Sure, sure. Well, I tell you what, the future looks bright for DSU women's basketball. A lot of young gals, a lot of growing to do, but at the same time, I mean, if they're stepping up and learning, the future definitely looks bright for us here. Anything else you guys want to add to the show today?
Well, it does. You know, we'll try to go out and add another recruiting class, and with the experience that these gals are getting this year, plus, you know, getting an additional recruiting class, I like what I see for the future. It's going to be fun to watch, and you know, just for the fans to watch the steps. You know, from that day one, they probably shook their heads. You know, I think it was Minot State came in, and but you know, if you see what we did against Rocky, you know, and the steps and the progress we've made, it's kind of neat to watch a team grow, and that's what I hope our fans are enjoying, watching these ladies grow.
Absolutely. Megan, anything else you want to add today?
no, he pretty much covered it. So
Okay. Thanks again for joining us for Hawk Talk. Have a great day.